Somewhere behind the eyes, the occipital lobe translates photons into the idea of sight, not just light, but image, pattern, depth. And now it must contend with surfaces that never settle. Inputs that do not arrive from nature but from signal, modulated by algorithms, fed back from states of mind not even fully conscious. It is not the scene that changes, but how it watches us back. The visual cortex becomes a mediator between what is seen and what is meant, constantly rearranging its own expectations. Further in, the insula, the quiet archivist of our inner body, picks up changes in heartbeat, subtle swells of breath, shifts in heat beneath the skin. Once this information stayed internal, unnoticed and less extreme, but now, with sensors laid soft along the body, those silent fluctuations become part of the artwork's grammar. The insula begins to pulse with relevance. Its whispers now shape the environment, turning feelings into form. The anterior cingulate, caught between cognition and emotion, becomes a translator of ambiguity. It weighs tension, detects error, notices when we are not at ease. In this new space, where the world bends to comfort or provoke, this region lights like a tuning fork. It begins to anticipate the bend, a color softening in conflict, a vibration pulsing beneath doubt. The hippocampus, guardian of memory, faces new uncertainty. When space reshapes in response to state, how do we remember it? What does it mean to recall a moment that was never stable, a place that altered itself with every blink or breath? Memory itself becomes elastic, stored not as fixed imagery, but as felt pattern, tethered to mood, to rhythm, to micro-emotion. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex becomes the conductor of this shifting orchestra, tasked with filtering, weighing, deciding what to engage and what to quiet. But the rules are no longer clear. If art is never still, attention becomes a loop, a signal that changes the thing it focuses on. Focus becomes function. To look is to shape, to feel is to edit. All this activity occurs beneath awareness, mostly. The brain is always adapting, but in this new symbiosis, it becomes co-creator, not just interpreter, and in doing so, it risks becoming overwhelmed. Not by volume, but by meaning without anchor. The known cues, light, balance, sound, start to shimmer at the edges. What was once stimulus becomes suggestion. It is a thrilling challenge, and a delicate one. To design art that lives in conversation with our neural selves is to engage in a kind of intimate cartography, mapping the invisible coastlines of thought and feeling. It's no longer a question of whether the mind can handle it, it's whether it will shape us faster than we shape it, and perhaps it already has.